Hello friend and welcome back once again to Strategic Mind Blitzkrieg. We're here in the deployment screen after the first mission. So let's take a look at our skills first and foremost. So we got additional equipment slots. Anti-aircraft gun gets anti-tank skills. The skill of the anti-tank class, becoming an effective tool against any armored vehicles. That's probably quite useful. I really like double artillery fire. Tank of fire for second time. Disembark trains anywhere. It's okay. This is probably better the faster we get it. Naturally. So this is one to keep in mind. All types of embarkation cost 2 less. Airstrike, we do know that one. We'll probably need to get it before Britain. Also movement point. 1 command point less. Currently not available. Available from 1944. Okay. But there is no 1944. We already know that, you know, the campaign ends at Kursk at the moment. So that's a bit weird. So actually, which mission is this? It will be funny to see. This is Dunkirk, I think. Very likely. If I remember correctly, that would be Dunkirk. Yeah. So it's funny that they used a unit which is not available at that point in that mission. It would be nice if they actually were busy on some new stuff and we just got to have a sneak peek there, but no. Anyway, this is probably good the earlier we do it. So let's go for tankman courses for less experience. Reset and recalculate. Okay. Then I guess for now I want to have Rommel's tactics. So the AT gun can also work wonders. Then I want frontline artillery. Yes. And I would not have minded the bombing one. The airstrike, but that's 250. Didn't I just purchase this? Hey, wait a minute. Purchase this and this, and now... Alright, I probably have to reload this. Hey. Wait, let me just reload that for a second. That's odd. Buy this for 300. Then I didn't buy anything else. I'm just gonna go for the artillery. Then tankman courses to take me to 200. And 150. Maybe I didn't buy it. Yeah. That's weird. Okay, so 150 left. I think I'm just gonna save that for next time, or at least 50. So let's just go for yeah, Guderian's drill, not super useful, probably. Additional slot. No. So propelled units, additional slots. Okay. Let's just leave the rest. I'm gonna keep those 150 points for now. Or no, let's just buy that. So then we'll keep 50. Come on. There we go. So that took a while, but yeah, a couple of new skills, so definitely worth to check it out. Okay, so let's start here. Any new units? The Bunker Flak. Okay. With every new game I play, I see new units. I can only buy 2 of these, but what the... What is this? I've never heard of this before. It's like an 88mm gun on the back of a self-propelled, or on the back of a truck, so... And then it's armored. Okay. I guess that's interesting. Let's just upgrade these guys to a Junkers 87B for now. He's to the E1. It seems like Pioneers again work the same. They're a lot more expensive, but they have the same abilities as regulars, but they also ignore entrenchments and do not retreat or surrender. And non-lethal damage is reduced. It's like this is Panzer General all over again, going all British Pioneers. Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at that the equipment later as well. So this 150, that's fine. You need to become the 150 as well. And I don't need that point blank. Then, like, I don't see why I would get a regular 88. It misses high precision, so you gain first strike. It doesn't have that. And it has the small caliber aircraft. It does have Overwatch Air, and it doesn't have long range gun. So, yeah, it attacks the same time. Let's just go for the 88mm. That's fine. It's good against bunkers and such, so... This is mostly for the movement, but I do want to set it to a different recon. You're going to go to Panzer IV C for just 1 additional movement. Huh, okay. And... this unit's filled with area and other equipment required to command troops at the forefront. All units with 3 hex range gain +1 to combat parameters. You know, I should probably change this into a Panzer Befehlswagen, because this is my HQ after all. It doesn't say so. And I can even upgrade this to Panzerbefehlswagen, so that's a bit weird. Or is it just a regular unit? No, this is my HQ. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's just upgrade it to this command tank. Even though Panzer IV C is better in soft attack by a large margin. But I think it suits the game better to... Like, even this Panzer IIIe is a lot better. Yeah, to make this. None of my units have leveled up, apparently. So I... Right. No, that seems to be going a lot slower than before. That's how it looks like anyway. Let's take a look at the equipment. So you have incendiary bombs. Let's also give you drop tanks. Not compatible with incendiary bombs. I can't choose both of them anymore? Huh. Okay. Well, that means I'm... Yeah, it's only good against ships. I would not put it this gives you more self-defense, more air defense, more movement points. So let's get this. You should also have these. Basically, I always want to get all the trucks to this because it's a lot better for movement. Because it changes the movement of the unit and not just of the truck. Okay, so a sub-caliber shell. Expensive shell with the core from rare tungsten. A +4 heart attack. What is small searchlight? +1 air attack. Alright, I want you as sappers. And I think smoke grenade is fine on these guys. Let's discard submachine gun and actually take a look at the unit itself, because external fuel tank. Yeah, that's what it has. Okay. 4 ammunition. Probably best to get a bit more. Equipment. There we are. So 4 ammunition is not too bad, though. Okay, for the pioneers, the 50mm mortars just gives that. The enemy entrenchment level is reduced by 1 before the attack. Can be used only if the attack range does not exceed 1 hexes. If the unit doesn't have ground transport... Okay, so this is better than the other one that we have. Let's change that. Reduce incoming by 1. Cheap and effective anti-tank tool. Heart attack while in close quarters. I'd rather have the flamethrower. Sappers is nice too, but that's not necessary, I think, in the next mission, whereas flamethrower is probably quite useful. Anti-air gun, huh? Also disable skills, paratroopers, air mobile, and coastal. Wow, okay. That's a new thing, though. So for you, heart attack, not necessarily. Let's just get searchlight for more air attack. And how much... I think maybe I want to get some additional fuel. I don't have it. What does this do? It allows the anti-aircraft unit to locate enemy aircraft within 4 hexes at any time and remove half of the penalty during the night. It has 3 ammo. Let's just give ammunition. So you have those, that's fine. I can give the Panzer IV-C. It doesn't really need more fuel or ammunition. Interesting, I can also get the smoke grenade. Let's just give it a free machine gun. 10% chance of gathering intelligence data. No. Let's just give it smoke grenade. Wait. Okay, it doesn't impact the unit at the moment. But this is what it does if you activate it, I think. Right? Yeah. +4 defense, +4 air defense. Might be useful. Okay, these. Then they're probably not going to do a whole lot of fighting. It has the fuel tank. Let's go for sappers. And your set. These guys can have aerial cameras and drop tank for the fighters, I guess, usually or can be useful. Nah, I never really... Well, it's a bit tricky, but we don't have the free landing yet, if there is even such an ability. I think there might be. Yeah, exactly. Unless we have increased airfield crews, I think we are better off having drop tanks. And once we do have it, I guess... then I want to get rid of the drop tanks because I can go back more often. And same applies for these. So let's get that. Then we have 800 left. We've taken care of all of these. Right. So let's see what units we can still purchase. Because we currently... Let's see. I could do with another bomber, which is very expensive. Or like I already have 2 artillery. Let's get another infantry, which means another pioneers. And let's give them this. Flamethrowers. And again, I don't think we'll encounter mines. So let's do that. And with that done, can't buy another fighter. Let's buy another tank for now. Not the biggest fan of getting another tank now, but I'm sure it helps. These guys don't really need additional fuel or ammunition, so I can go to town with some... Let's see. Sure. And let's go for the machine gun. There we go. Sure, we'll be fine with that. Let's see what these guys have to say about the upcoming mission in Poland.
The Russians have me worried. The Fuhrer may trust them, but I don't. How could Stalin possibly not see a new, strong Germany as a challenge? I bet his all-too-friendly facade will slip soon. We must keep an eye on our allies as much as we do on our enemies.
Nah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Did you know I was born here in Eastern Prussia? Feels good to return to my native lands. The Polish government dallies in indecision, and their army is half a century behind us in tactics and arms. While the Wehrmacht is fielding state-of-the-art aircraft and tank armies, the Poles fight on horseback. Mark my word, this conquest will be over the moment it begins.
Really? You don't have any cavalry units, Guderian? Well, they don't actually fight on horseback. They use the horses to move to the front, then dismount and then attack. I don't know who came up with this myth that they had cavalry charges where, you know, they used... I don't even know whether they thought that cavalry charges had lances or that they actually had guns. But it's utterly ridiculous. Anyway, invasion of Poland. Let's watch the cinematics.
All political ways of resolving the situation at the eastern border peacefully were exhausted. Thus, I have signed the Directive 1. I order to begin the offensive operation against Poland on the 1st of September.
Herr Führer, in case of military intervention in Poland, we will come under a very serious threat of an attack by Russian forces. I am sure that the Reich is not ready to fight two enemies at once.
Calm down, Halda. Ribbentrop has just signed the non-aggression pact with our Soviet comrades. which outlines the spheres of interest and confirms our mutual decision about the partition of Poland. As the Commander-in-Chief, I am sure it is best for us to be allies and trade partners with Soviet Russia, not enemies.
I have heard you say that you were not stupid enough to enter the war for the sake of Danzig.
Stop, Halda. How much longer should we tolerate the endless humiliation of the German nation? The German army is bound to protect our people, even those living in the territories controlled by Poland. This is your duty as a Wehrmacht officer. The council meeting is adjourned. Begin the implementation of the Plan Weiss.
Deputies, men of the German Reichstag. For months, we have been suffering under the torture of a problem which the Versailles Diktat created. A problem which has deteriorated until it has become intolerable for us. Danzig was and is a German city. The corridor was and is German. Both these territories owe their cultural development exclusively to the German people. I have also tried to solve the problem of Danzig, the corridor, and all the rest by proposing a peaceful solution. Yet I am wrongly judged if my love of peace and my patience are mistaken for weakness or even cowardice. Tonight, for the first time, Polish regular soldiers have fired on our territory. Since 5:45 a.m., we have been returning the fire, and from now on, bombs will be met by bombs. Whoever fights with poison gas will be fought with poison gas. Whoever departs from the rules of humane warfare can only expect we shall do the same. I will continue this struggle, no matter against whom, until the safety of the Reich and its rights are secured.
Couldn't just go over the road. He had to destroy the sign. He had to. Unbelievable.
Gentlemen, the Führer has just made his final decision regarding the war against Poland. Operation Fallweiss is to be put into motion.
The Wehrmacht units are on full alert and set to complete their objectives in the shortest time possible. Our advance will be swift and devastating.
Indeed, the Blitzkrieg strategy is our trump card. Applied correctly, it will bring Poland to its knees in just weeks. So, our invasion forces are currently deployed in the following areas. The Army Group North is in Germany. The Army Group South is in Silesia. A part of the Army Group North is in East Prussia. The objective of this offensive is to capture Lodz, Krakow, Lublin, Białystok, Suwałki, approaches to the bridge over Vistula, and Warsaw's Central Railway Station.
I am concerned about the Polish corridor. Our fatherland is still disfigured from the Treaty of Versailles, with Polish territories separating East Prussia from the German mainland. When we begin our offensive, this will paint a target on East Prussia.
Sadly, that is correct. Do not forget, however, that East Prussia is our direct route to Warsaw, should we manage to destroy the Polish line of defense near Mlawa. Those fortifications are state-of-the-art, but I think the Wehrmacht is more than capable of leveling them to the ground. Regarding the Polish corridor, it is to be eliminated in the least amount of time possible by capturing Gdynia and Danzig. Speaking of, any word from the Abwehr on that city?
Our units are already inside the city, poised for street fighting. According to our intelligence, the Poles had armaments delivered to the city post office. It is likely to become the enemy's main defensive outpost in Danzig. The Poles are also fortifying their military transit depot at Westerplatte.
Our battleship Schleswig-Holstein has approached Danzig under the pretense of a ceremonial visit. She will provide fire support to the German units inside the city.
I think the Navy's help here is unnecessary, even excessive. The Luftwaffe will swoop in and destroy all targets from above.
Believe me, our Air Force will have their hands full. The Polish pilots will not sit idly by as their cities burn.
I have entrusted you with some of my finest aviation units, and I hope you utilize them to maximum effect. However, I will not tolerate excessive losses among the Luftwaffe. The Reich has invested considerable resources into every pilot's training.
I understand perfectly well this would be a rather short war without the Air Force. Do not worry. We will do all we can to ensure our pilots' survival. I'm convinced this operation will serve as an effective demonstration of the modernized armed forces' improved capabilities. I order the invasion operation to begin immediately.
Alright, so we have 9 victory objectives. Do not lose more than 3 aircraft is a main objective. Then we have to occupy the Polish corridor within 4 turns. Capture the Westerplatte, which is practically the same, but we have more time. And we have to destroy the Mlava fortifications, which are about here-ish then. So then that's also where I'm going to be placing my anti-aircraft gun close to. Let's place it over here with 1, 2, 3 for the artillery over there, right? We'll need infantry. And we got some additional air units there too. Okay, nice. And let's place... Didn't I place the Pioneers? It's hard. Oh yeah, here. Wow. It was hard to see. Panzer III. Then... And we already have an artillery over here. Smaller caliber one, but... Let's also deploy a recon. Well, the thing is... Yeah, we can also use those to capture those areas, but I need a larger force out here as well. Oh, okay, we also have an infantry. We can use these to take this and then move further up, I think. Whereas I do want a reasonably sized force over on this side. Artillery up front, the Panzerbefehlswagen, and artillery. So we have only a bomber here, so then I would, at least that's how it looks like. That would mean it's probably best to have the other fighter and bomber there, because we also have those up here. So the goal will then be, and I'm just gonna move to the top view, is to have the forces down here to move towards Lutz and Krakow, and then further beyond, whereas the forces here are gonna move on those positions, and frankly just gonna go to the east, take those areas. It seems like they took a lot from this map, but they've slightly adjusted it. It seems much more easy to maneuver down here now, and before you actually had to cross a bridge here, which is completely removed, it seems like. I don't know whether this bridge was here, but yeah, they redid this map a little bit. It's relatively similar, but not entirely. I don't remember Kaunas, for example, being here either. But, okay, we also have some infantry there. Maybe... Yeah, that's fine, okay. We're done with the deployment.